I have hilarious video for you of Fox News host Larry Kudlow and former Trump advisor Larry Kudlow visibly looking distraught over record stock market numbers. Some of you may have been following that after much, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. After much of that, the Federal Reserve has decided, yes, we are cutting interest rates 50 basis points, 0.5%. On the one hand, this will mean that your high yield savings accounts are going to offer you less in the way of interest. I already got emails from two banks at which I have high yield savings accounts saying, hey, in order to follow what is happening with the federal funds rate, we are going to be dropping the amount of interest we pay. On the other hand, traditionally, when the federal funds rate comes down, stocks go up. Larry Kudlow doesn't like it. Larry Kudlow recognizes that this is also going to undercut the claim that Democrats and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are terrible for the stock market. Check out Larry Kudlow. I inject this into my veins, please.
So, day after Fed Chairman Jay Powell sent Kamala Harris a 50 basis point election gift and completely contradicted himself on the economy, whatever, the stock market roared. Okay, our own Jerry Willis on the story. Jerry, what's cooking?
Well, stocks are higher. Stocks surging today on hopes for a soft landing for the economy after the Federal Reserve slashed the Fed funds rate yesterday 50 basis points. The Dow in market action today up 522 points, the S&P up 95, the NASDAQ up 440. All three major averages hitting all-time highs after the best day for markets since August 5th, that is. The rally also lifting small cap stocks as investors' risk appetite was whetted by the Fed's accommodative stance. Nearly every sector rising, tech and consumer discretionary, of course, but also the stock.
Everything is up? Oh, no. Can we somehow explain why this is bad for Biden?
Stocks index, that's semiconductors, rising 4.8%. Banks and energy higher as well. Meanwhile, markets are expecting more gas, fully pricing in a 25 basis point cut when the Fed meets in November. 42% of investors say it will be another half-point cut. Maybe the other critical number I should mention here, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage moving to 6.09%, down 11 basis points. Back to you.
All right. Good report, Jerry Willis. Thanks very much. All good for the Kudlow Trust. On the other hand, Jay Powell's 50 bips gift to
On the other hand, here we go.
Kamala Harris isn't a plan. And that's the subject of the riff.
Listen to this.
No matter how political Fed Chairman Jay Powell may be with his 50 basis points election gift to Kamala Harris, the person who helped the American economy the most was Donald Trump.
I hope everybody's wearing their seatbelts.
During the pre-pandemic first 3 years of his administration, okay? New census numbers show real median income growth during Mr. Trump's pre-pandemic first 3 years compared to Joe Biden's. Overall take-home pay for typical families increased more than 5 times as much under Mr. Trump than under Biden. Up $6,000.40 for Trump versus just $1,050 under Biden-Harris.
Now, I actually looked to confirm that data and wasn't able to, but it doesn't really matter because there are two main points that Larry Kudlow and others are trying to make about the economy right now. Because when you look, oh my goodness, the stock market, inflation's down, unemployment's down, job creation's up, wages are outpacing inflation. We've got to come up with something. One of the claims they make is that the economy was better under Trump, and even the things that seem good now are thanks to Trump. I want you to think back to when Donald Trump, as candidate Trump in 2015 and 2016, said that if he became president, the economy would be so good that he would pay off the national debt in one term. Now, it was ridiculous. He didn't even get us a surplus in a single year. Think about the economy was good up until COVID. I've never denied that. I've always said I'm not playing politics, this stuff. We'll just look at the numbers. The economy remained good in Trump's earlier part of the term. Job creation slowed down from where it was under Barack Obama, but it was still positive. It was still good. Unemployment was relatively low. And despite a fantastic economy, Trump wasn't even able to reduce the deficit. Never mind get us any surplus. Never mind pay off the debt, which he promised he would do. If with such a good economy, Trump increased the deficit any credibility he has on his economic promises goes out the window. Now, let me address the second thing here. Conservative commentators, Larry Kudlow and others have said, I don't even know that we needed any federal funds cut. If we did, it should have been 25 basis points, not 50. This is an overtly political action by Jay Powell to hurt Donald Trump and help Kamala Harris by juicing the stock market. The truth is that Jay Powell doesn't just decide what to do. The way that this is decided is with 12 regional Fed directors who weigh in and say, here's what we should do. Some of them are Republicans, some of them are Democrats. At least in theory, they aren't acting out of political motivation. 11 of the 12 said, let's do a 50 basis point cut. And so this fantasy that Jay Powell sits there and he goes, all right, 6 weeks left until the election, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. Let's now help Kamala Harris. It's just not up to him in that way. And now their own argument from Trump's presidency that when the stock market goes up, it's because of the president, that's now coming back to haunt them. And all Larry Kudlow can do is just grimace the way he does when he has to acknowledge one of the best days for the stock market in a very long time. If you have a job, if you own a house, if you're thinking of buying a house, if you have a retirement plan, any of these things, you're better off now than you were at the start of Joe Biden's presidency, and it looks like things are going to get even better. Data brokers are continually collecting extensive details about your online behavior, address, phone number, email, financial information, even political views. This sensitive information about you can easily be found on public data search sites by anybody, could be an ex, could be an employer. And these brokers sell the data to other businesses and even government agencies like the FBI and NSA, who can buy it in bulk to surveil Americans without a search warrant. Scammers and spammers also get your details from these lists, and that's why you get the text messages and the calls and the emails. But you can stop it. Our sponsor, Incogni, will send removal requests to data brokers who are legally obligated to comply. If any of your information remains online, Incogni will follow up and ensure that it's taken down. Incogni keeps you informed every step of the way, and it just saves you countless hours of work that would be nearly impossible to do on your own. I use Incogni, and what they've managed to do is remarkable. Go to incogni.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman for 60% off. The link is below.